All right, we're gonna see if we can crank it back up again, man. That's kind of dope, man. Shout out to Big Duke. You know, you can hear my dog upstairs and shit. I swear, anybody drives by, my dog is on it. Rest in peace to Max, man. My Chihuahua that passed away. So let's get him in here real quick. And shout out to whoever else is out there. Oh, he sent me a request too, so fuck it.
Brother,
What's going on, bro?
what's up with you, man?
Man, I appreciate it too, bro.
All good, all good. Yeah, I'm headed to the lab right now. I'm actually running late, so I'm almost there. But I got a couple minutes. I wanted to at least finish the interview right because we got cut off.
My fucking dog up there acting a fucking fool for the postman and shit.
Oh, it's all good, man.
Yo,
What you
I
do?
see you riding good though.
Oh no, man, I ain't doing nothing.
Hey,
I ain't even driving the car driving. No, I'm messing with you.
I've been in one of those, man, and I'm not gonna even lie, bro. I was creeped the fuck out. I think I'm too old.
Nah, you ain't never too old to learn new tricks, man. Don't believe that, man.
Shit, shit.
You just got a good perspective of you got to feel what it's like to ride in the 71 Cutlass and you know what I'm saying.
Oh my god.
And
Whew. I take the 71 Cuddy anytime too.
oh man, I love
Yo,
I
who
love
you got next though?
what you mean?
Who you producing next? Or can you say?
Well, I'm working with Simba, man. If you ain't familiar, I'm working on Simba's album. Simba is pretty dope, man.
I'm
Like
trying to think. Is that the West Coast guy?
yep, he from the Bay, but he sounds like he's like Philly, New York.
Okay,
Like
I got
that's
you.
his sound. So yeah, Simba man is he dope and he a good dude, man, and he talented and he working on that everybody's kind of like getting either getting familiar with him or familiar with him. So he just got to come out the gate swinging, man. That first album is everything. That first album sets you up for that first tour and all of that stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, I've been working with him as well. When I'm not in with games. So that's what it's been for me for the last since the top of the year started. I mean, we started working and games started working on the started back working on like the 5th of January, and it's just been back and forth between if I'm not in with him, I'll go work with Simba as well because he's another like rapper I like that I think
What's the dream phone call for you?
dream phone call. Um, let me see. Dream phone call to be me closing the deal on my first mansion. That's a dream phone call. Far as the music, I mean, I done met everybody, so it ain't really like you know what I mean? It ain't really much of a thing with that, like somebody calling me from that, because I done got to meet people and be around them. I've been doing that for a while. But yeah, man, closing that deal on that big boy crib, you know what I mean? That's what I'm working on now, man. Like trying to buy
Yo,
a house out.
I don't know
Trying to
if you're
get a house
familiar
out.
with this a manager out of Philly named Larry Tan. Got a chance to chop it up with him.
Larry,
And
and I ain't
I don't know
familiar.
if you know who RJ Payne is. Nigga's phenomenal. But
RG, what is it? What's his name?
RJ Payne,
Is he a rapper?
he a rapper.
Okay, no, I ain't familiar. Man, you got to get me hip. You got to send it. I be
Yo,
head down working on these albums, man. I don't really.
that nigga is nasty. But he
Yeah.
Ice T, he fucks with Ice T heavy. They got a chance to go out to his crib.
Hmm.
Whoo, man. I remember seeing his house on MTV Cribs a few years ago.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Oh, you talking about
Like that's the gold. Like his crib is the gold crib. You got to check his house
you
out,
you
man.
talking
If
about
you ever get a chance.
you talking about the joint with the roof open?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Nah, that joint. Nah, you got to see. You That's cool. You ever seen Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats house?
I seen some of it, but they didn't, I didn't see like them giving a tour of it. But that
You
shit
seen
was crazy.
you seen the movie Iron Man?
Yes, that's their crib. Tony Stark's crib.
Now that's the
Yes.
crib.
Yeah.
Cause see,
Yeah.
you know, New Jersey,
That's a flex
cool.
right there.
I got fam in Jersey, but California different, bro. The real estate, bro, it's just different. It just look different, man. You know what I mean? It's just, look at this place, man. Look at this place, bro. It's mountains and you know what I'm saying? Like
Man.
it's just it's a different place, man.
Yo, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Yo, let me ask you this though. If somebody wants to they want to buy some beats from you, they want to work with you, how they do that?
I don't really like sell beats, bro. I like find like artists that I want to work with, and if I like them, I work with them. I don't really do like the, you know what I'm saying? Like because for me, it's like it's more personal. You know what I mean? The music is personal, so it's like if I'm gonna put my time in on it. You know, I wanna actually like what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be hard, like just selling beats, man. It don't matter how much money somebody offer you, it just be like, man, because it's like if you don't really like it, it's like I like the beats I make. You know what I'm saying? So if I don't like the songs man make to it hurt, man.
So when was the last time somebody just made an ass song with one of your beats and you just cringed?
I don't know. I ain't really got no ass songs. Like I usually I'm in control of producing the music, so I'm usually working with somebody and making some shit that's phenomenal. You know what I mean? And I ain't saying every song is the best song. You know, some songs just be cool,
Uh,
but I ain't had no ass joints where I'm like, you know what I mean? Like maybe like somebody send me like maybe like a writer or something. Like I gave like a writer a chance and they sent me like a reference and it was like, I don't know about that. You know what I mean? Like what they wrote about or something. But other than that, I feel like I be making some jams, man. You know, might just be me. You know what I mean? My personal opinion.
yo, and I got a chance to hear a snippet, just a snippet, a Big Loc Smooth before I went live this time. And whatever
Uh-huh.
song that was, that shit was fire, bro. I'm not gonna front on you.
You said of what? Which one?
It's somebody in here called Big Loc Smooth.
Oh, okay. Oh, is somebody in here?
Yeah. Never heard
Oh,
of
they
them
might.
before. I just happened to they followed me and I
Oh, okay.
happened to pull up their account right before I went live and I heard a snippet of a song and the shit was I'm gonna go back and listen.
Oh, that's hard. Okay.
Yeah. I'm
Hey,
one of
man.
those people though, man. If I hear some dope shit and I know somebody else that's dope, I'm gonna tap you in.
That's me. That's how I am. Like, if I come across a youth, like a lot of times, I be working so much that I don't get to like go listen to like a bunch of new music. But if I hear a song, like I don't give a fuck who make it. If I hear a song I like, bro, I'm the type of person like I listen to that song all day. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how my mind works. Cause I be like studying the things I like about it. Like, oh man, I like the sonic stamp. I like that part. I like how the vocal do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm listening for all them things. So, I'm just like that. Like, it's artists that, like, I probably never met or never would come across a path, you know what I'm saying, they path, but I'd listen to their shit a million times, you know what I'm saying? And then if I did, I would be like, oh, yo, y'all fuck with this song, you know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm like that, man. I just like good music, you know what I mean? Good songs. Like, I don't have like a specific like everybody be like yo who's your favorite like my favorite artist where I can say like I like most majority of their work, of course we gonna say Kanye for that, but other than that I love songs from like a bunch of different people, and you know what I mean, and I like certain albums from different people, man. I just like good music, man. Good music, bro. Indie sound.
What's a perfect album that is not Kanye?
What's up? Album I could say a perfect. I mean, he not the only person that man. I wouldn't even say his albums be like perfect. His songs I don't like. I don't like the song "Drunk and Hot Girls." I don't like that song. "Drunk and Hot Girl." I don't like that song. I don't like the Everything for Jesus album. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a couple songs in there that make me be like, man, why did they put that on there? But I get it from being a creative. It's like, well, yo, we create some shit,
Yeah.
new shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I understand both worlds. Like you're not making stuff in hopes that people like it. You're making it to change them and be like, yo, this is it. This is the new, and getting them hip. You know what I'm saying? Artists, creatives, we work in the future. You know what I'm saying? We just create it in real
All
time.
right.
We working towards the future. But
And
I don't know. I say flawless album, flawless album, flawless album. I mean, okay. I'm gonna do the petty. I'm gonna be petty. We're gonna say Thriller, and keep it moving. Next question.
that's not petty though. Like although I don't know if like I would say Off the Wall if I'm gonna go Michael Jackson.
I mean, off the wall, off the wall.
Yeah. And let me see. D Mooden 2 times wants to know what was the your hardest obstacle coming up?
Hardest obstacle. Um, Learning to not take everything personal. That was like big for me because I'm so like personal kind of person that it'd be like if I reached out to somebody, they ain't hit me back, or I was trying to connect to somebody and I felt like they was acting funny. I feel like Cleveland, that's our mentality. We'd be like, fuck them, good, right? So when I start like not taking it personal and treating that aspect of like communicating and trying to build with people like a job, everything got better and my relationships got better because I treated it like that. So yeah, my biggest obstacle was like not taking that personal. Once I started doing that, I started seeing a lot more results. You know what I mean?
I'm still working on that, and I'm 50 fucking years old.
It's a,
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
you
I
know, it's
am.
funny. It's a book that I read. It's called The Four Agreements,
Uh-huh.
and it's what is it? Never take anything personal. Always do your best. Be impeccable in your word. And the fourth one is, damn, look like I need to read the book again, right? I'm forget, but I don't know. Just never taking anything personal was the one that hit home, and it just kind of broke it down. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's like everybody's life is about their life, so it's like
Yeah.
you can't expect somebody to put you, you know what I'm saying? Like first at all. Like even thinking that, it's like you got to be a fucking idiot. Like you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
much somebody could sell you that. It's like no nigga, my soul is my soul. Like I have to be first. So once I understood that, I'm like okay to not take things personal, and it's okay to be selfish at times, right? Because I always looked at being selfish as a negative thing. So um, learning that lesson, like because if you just lock in on yourself and focus on what you're doing to get yourself to the goal, then you can begin to help others. But if your glass ain't full, man, it's like how can you give? You know what I mean? How can you pour into other people when you ain't even got nothing to pour into them?
I mean, to keep it a buck, like being selfish is a requirement. It's necessary.
Yeah, I mean it's the art of fucking with yourself.
Yes.
Selfish, selfism.
Yes. Yes. I'm with you on that. You know, and I want to make sure if y'all got any questions, let me know. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel too. Illmatic is a perfect ass album in my opinion. My favorite, just putting it out there, Doggy Style is probably my favorite hip hop album of all time.
Doggy style, yeah,
Perfect album.
I love Doggy
Yes.
Style.
Yes.
I
I think
remember
they
even when I was a kid, I remember when Doggy Style dropped because I grew up on St. Clair. I had no filter, so I heard everything when it first came out, no matter how young or old I was.
yo, I went to a Snoop concert on my 21st birthday. So like
Yeah,
that's the crazy concert too, man. Like
it's crazy.
that's one thing
Snoop.
I think that this generation lacks is
Uh-huh.
performance.
Yeah. Um. I mean, it's artists that perform. I don't think that it's a lack, right? I think that it isn't a requirement anymore. So once things
Okay.
aren't
Yeah.
required, what will people do? It's like the NBA. Like the position used to be center, right? And then like
Yeah.
big man, right? And then Magic Johnson came along, 6'8", dishing the ball like he's 6 feet tall. Changed the whole game, right? The
Yeah.
Lakers, I don't know if you watched that show Winning Time, they were showing like how they started the running gun and like movement in basketball and how it was hard for Kareem to adapt to that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Uh,
I say that to say, it's evolution in everything, man. So, it isn't a requirement. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's
anymore.
actually true though. I didn't think
So,
about it that way.
Yeah, so they not focused on that. Because the people that's a fan of them, they not a fan of them because they're a great performer. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know, NBA YoungBoy is one of the biggest artists in the world. He ain't putting the same show on Kanye or Drake is, but yet, you know, he's still in that same, you know, he in them categories. You know what I mean? He's in that same category when it comes to being, you know, one of the biggest artists. So, yeah, I think it's just that it isn't a requirement anymore. You know what I mean? Just like for like singers, man. Like it ain't a lot of singers that the ones that's on aren't
Yeah.
all of them aren't the best singers. You know what
No.
I'm saying?
No.
You know, back in the day, it would be like that, like where people were the best singer, but they'd be in a group. So somebody in that group would be like crazy.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, you have a nigga that sound like me that can just hold a little note a little bit, but I'm getting my shit off. You know what I'm saying? So now the nigga that was doing that, now he's now the lead thing. You know what I'm saying? Just like we were talking about this other day in the studio. We was like, it ain't a lot of like you know, back in the day, it used to be like R&B singers that women like, right? Now, if you look at the R&B
Yeah.
singers, a lot of them, you know, the ones that's popping, they just like, you know, they like, it ain't even about the chicks fucking with them no more. It's just like people like the songs they make. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. That I don't know, that genre is like, it ain't important anymore to reach out to women. It's more, how street can I be as a singer?
yeah, it was, that's why I said the landscape has changed. So
Yeah.
now, remember back then, it was like, hip hop was like part of it. Now hip hop is everything. So the
Facts.
forefront of that and what runs hip hop right now is like the streets, right? So then that you know trickle down in the culture. It's just like like you know you see little 16-year-old white girls with Air Force Ones on. You like, man, what? You know, when I was 16, the white girls they wore Doc Martens. They didn't wear Air Force Ones, but that was like our thing. You know what I'm saying? And we
Man.
couldn't you couldn't get in the club or anything with them on.
Is
Now
that a
it's like
good thing or a bad thing?
it's not a bad thing at all. Everything is evolution is always a good thing. It's
Okay.
uncomfortable, which makes it bad to certain people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how they say get comfortable with being uncomfortable? I'm that, you know what I mean? I'm that as a person. So for me, it's like I love it. I'm like, okay, cool, this is the thing. So now we find the new things. You know, we the culture. You know what I mean? It's just all about us putting um value back or seeing value in each other. You know what I'm saying? That's you know, of course, that's very hard, bro, because we only see a value on each other, not in each other.
Man. That's that's real shit right there. And I guess my fear is, like, my grandkids hip hop, there'll be one out of every 10 artists will be black.
You say what happened?
I say I fear that for my grandkids, their hip hop, like 10% of the artists will look like them.
No, I
That
think it'll.
scares me a
I
little bit.
think it'll always be. I think it'll always be us, but you gotta understand, every bit of music come from us, so it's like it's okay. Like, bro, we started rock. You know what I'm saying? And then we evolved to something different. So the thing is, you know, we're the thing. So we always go create the new thing.
Yeah, that's
You know
true.
what I mean?
All right. Somebody wants to know, is Drillmatic almost complete, and how many tracks you got on it personally?
Drillmatic, we had like 97%. But we got so many songs, like we gotta pick through the songs. Like me and Game I got the most music with any artist with him. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So out of any artist I ever worked with, we have the most music. So as far as this album, I say at least a solid maybe 7, 8. You know what I'm saying on the joint right now. And that's excluding Easy. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
yeah, but we got so much music, man. We don't know because we still kind of like you know, we're working on like the structure right now of everything and like kind of stuff going into each other and you know, just post production and you know, things that you know, tie everything together. Because as far as the music as the songs, like you can ask anybody who's been through the joint and got to hear the music, they like, oh, okay, y'all ain't playing. Like, oh no, you know, it's a reason why bro out here talking real greasy, you know, because we got the great thing about it is, you know, in the last couple months, I've got to be around other artists and hear other people's albums and stuff. So I'm like, all right, okay, we got the golden goose. You know what I'm saying? So,
Okay.
um, you know, just sonically, and I just love, because I know how it's gonna hit people. You know what I mean? It's gonna hit people, and everybody be like, "Oh man, oh, but I like this song. Oh, but I like this. Man, you hear what he said on that? You know what I mean? Because the production is there, the raps are there. You know, everything is there, bro, and in a good way. And it's not just like I make music as a fan, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I don't make shit that I don't listen to. You know what I'm saying? Like I just,
I
you know
feel you.
what I mean? That vibe to, like, cause I keep everybody, I keep that in mind when I'm creating. I'm like, yo, let's make some shit that feel good. My thing is about feel. So when people listen to this music, it's gonna make them feel a way, and that's the greatest part about it. Cause we not in it for the, man. Let's make something that everybody got to TikTok dance to. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's cool, and we got stuff that will do that and service that, but it's not from making that the goal. The goal was like, yo, let's just make the best fucking music possible, man. You know what I mean?
And
So,
your man is a marketing genius. I will give him that.
oh, of course. Well, you know, dude is a star, man. He's the only artist that, at that caliber, that can step fully away and not exist and then pop back in. You know, usually when niggas pop back in, niggas like, man, get out of here. But him, it's like, you got a level of respect, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, just because of, you know, who he is, of course. But you know, in knowing him personally, like, man, he's such a genuine soul. I'm like, man, you know, you if you ever had the chance to be around him, you'd be like, man, this nigga is like my cousin or my brother or my uncle, or he remind me of the things we laugh at or the stuff he say, or you be like, you know what I mean? You just be like, man, you so creative and you so genuine and it's flowing and you got love for people for real, you know, and that's, you know, why you lash out or say the things you say, because that's the same thing with Kanye. Like, that motherfucker genuine as fuck, you know what I'm saying? And he's smart as fuck, and it come from a place of like, it's like he believe in himself so much it scare people. So they be like, man, you arrogant, you crazy, right? But when you around that shit and you see it, it's inspiring. You like, damn, like, nigga, you don't feel like you gonna miss a shot when you shoot it. You know what I'm saying? I'm more of a, I hope it go in. You more of a, what we doing out there go in. You know what I
Man,
mean? Like, I need
yes.
to get there. Like, it makes you want to get there. You know what I mean? The game, he's sure like that. He's a sure shot. Like, he's like, this gonna work and people gonna, you know what I mean? And I see other artists that we admire. Look, I see them love him. You know what I mean? I done seen that nigga, bro. He done brought everybody but Jesus to the studio. I done worked with everybody, and
Hmm.
I ain't seen people be able to bring people in like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, only person I done seen.
I would not have thought that, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yo,
So,
what's Whack like?
oh, I love Wack to death, man. Wack is Wack is every nigga uncle that went to that got locked up and got out, but he made it. You understand what I'm saying? So he got like that still, like, you know, them hardcore like values, you know what I'm saying, from like the streets and growing up in that. But I will tell you this, he's a fucking genius, bro. Like, when it comes to putting stuff together or coming with ideas or like marketing and stuff, he understand that. So, you know, if you don't know him and you see him talking on, he like, man, why is that, man, all that, right? But the thing is, it's like nigga, you didn't like the Ultimate Warrior. I mean, not the Ultimate Warrior. You didn't like Macho Man Randy Savage. You know what I'm saying? Because he talked that shit, right? But you knew who he was, right? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, everybody got like their thing within, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
hip hop. So he's the guy that, you know, he just speaks his mind, right? But it make perfect sense because Game is a person that speaks his mind. Whether people think he wrong or right, he speaks his mind. So when you really look at it in a nutshell, you like, oh, that's the same, you know, that's the same, right? And you know, I just think like Wack wouldn't do is like he gonna get his flowers. Like one day people gonna appreciate him more. You know what I'm saying? But he definitely a person that like stand on like what he stand on, and if he say some shit, like he mean that shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's I mean that when it come to like some shit in the streets or you know some shit where it's like yo his word as a man. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say that about too many men that they actually keep their word. You know what I mean? Because I'm one of them. You know what I'm saying? And I struggle with dealing with motherfuckers because they don't keep their word.
I see him just outside looking in as one of those rare people that don't care whether people hate him or not. And that's a level of freedom that most of us don't get to, because most of us won't admit it, but we, whether it's a little bit or a lot, we give a shit about what other people think.
Yeah, bro. Why you think people don't speak their mind, or why you think people talk behind people's back?
Yeah.
That's like the most done thing on earth is people talking behind. Because if you could literally be as transparent or just say things and you knew people, it wouldn't hurt people, or you didn't care if it did because it was the best thing to do, you would just do it, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like with more of that, in different, in a different, served a different way, right? Because everybody got their way they do that, right? You know what I'm saying? But if the world was more like that, man, it'll be a better place, bro. Because it'll be more genuine. You know what I'm saying? It'll just be more genuine. Like,
I mean, let's keep it a buck. Most of us don't want to be told the truth all the time.
I think nobody does, but I think they need to. Like, I got one of them families that I grew up like that, where my family would tell you some crazy shit about you. You know what I'm saying? So my grandma, she let shit fly. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It'd be one of my friends or something. She'd be like, "Damn, you still ain't got a job?" Like, it'd be like, that's the first thing before she even say hi. That's what she say. So it'd be
Oh
like,
man, my
you
mama
know,
used to be just like that.
you know what I'm saying. So
Oh,
it's like, I feel like cutting deep is necessary, right? But we live in the world is a different place, man. Like,
it
you say
is.
some real shit to somebody now, they might jump off the tallest building, nigga, in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Either
just
that or they gonna sue you.
you understand what I'm saying? For some defamation of character or some shit. But
Yeah,
so
shit is different now.
yeah, it's a different world, right? So, you know what I mean? Hey, man, I can only I can only ask that I'm around people that keep it real with me, man, and that's the only thing I pray for, bro. I pray that I always just stay in reality, no matter how far I'm up the ladder in this shit. You know what I'm saying? That I'm always around people that are grounded, because I know I'm gonna stay grounded, but I might snap if I'm around too much weird shit. I'm like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you on that. So let me ask you this: a young kid comes to you, wants to be a producer. What's the first piece of equipment you would recommend they buy?
Well, it's different nowadays. You can go you just need a laptop and some software now, or you can go and get an MPC, or you can get a keyboard. I think it depends on your style, right, and the style
Uh-huh.
of production you want to do. Because a lot of kids, they be like, oh, well, I want to make beats or whatever, and I'm like, okay, well, what do you want to do with beats? Like, do you want to make them to work with this person? Do you want to work with a singer? Like, what is, what I mean? What kind of music do you make? What kind of music do you like? When I first started making music, I just made the music I like. So I was like, right away, nigga, I was sampling anything I could get my hands on, and just trying to make sense of that or make some cool stuff out of that stuff. And then that kind of morphed into everything else. You know what I mean?
Mm. I tell you one song, man. Damn, is it "Survival of the Fittest" by
Mm-hmm.
Mobb Deep?
Okay.
Damn, is that the song? It's one of their songs, man. The most famous one. For whatever reason, I can't remember the name of this. I think it's "Survival of the Fittest," but I did not realize that was a fucking sample. Actually, it's two samples.
Survival of the Fittest. I can't think of that right off the bat. I gotta go
Oh
hear
my
it.
goodness! And you know what? They're gonna kill me. I don't really give a shit. But I'm pulling that shit up now.
Oh yeah, you gonna play some of it?
Yeah, it is "Survival of the Fittest." Oh, but I like somebody. I don't know who it was, but it was like one of those review the sample type shows,
Mm-hmm.
and I no clue. Yeah, hold on. Oh, and of course my speaker don't want to work now. But
Oh,
that's the
good.
song. I'll have to send it to you. Anyway, I ain't gonna do shit but get my shit flagged for playing the shit anyway.
Yeah.
But he took such a small piece of these songs that I
Mm-hmm.
could not believe that your ear would actually hear that shit.
I mean, I think you can look it up too, though, because you have, like, if they had to clear it, or you know, it's all like the information be out there too. It don't be just people just be like, I'm here. You know, some people can hear, like I can hear stuff is weird. Like I can hear, it could be a note, one note, and I'll be like, yo, that's on the, you know what I'm saying? Damn, that's from this record, or they use it on that. So you know, it just depends, bro. But yeah, a lot of that stuff it be out there like as public information. Like you could look up, it's a website called whosample.com, and you can kind of type in any song and just put who sample, and it'll show you some of the songs have 5 samples in them. You know what I'm saying? And they'll show you
Yeah.
exactly what it is. You know, it's the same thing, but it's a page on Instagram I follow, and they was breaking down. They was talking about Jermaine Dupri did uh, Crisscross, and they was breaking down like where the sample came from, and it was like 3 different samples. It was like one of them was Jackson 5. Oh, give me one more chance. It was the bass line from that, and they slowed it down. It was like 2 notes, and it was like doom, doom, doom. As a matter of fact, it was 3 notes, but doom, 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 and they used that as the bass line, and then they put the other part, and then the drums was from something else. It was like a break, but it was
Really?
cold. It was cold how JD did it. Like JD is a beast, man. JD is a beast, bro.
And see, like I would not have expected that from Jermaine Dupri because it don't sound like that.
Well, it's one of the in the beginning, right? It's one of the first joints. You know what I'm saying? So it's like how I can name records I did or songs I might have worked on that you might have heard on a project or something, and you like, oh, I didn't even know you did that, because everything is, you know, it's different, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're like that style of a producer, like JD uses like, you know what I mean, like MPC and, you know, stuff like that. So it's like everything you kind of doing, it be so different or drastically different because you chopping, you messing with like samples, and that's like your style. And that's like my style. So I don't have like a direct where everything kind of sounds alike. And that's how I feel about like hearing that from JD and knowing that he made that, and then he made Usher and, you know what I'm saying, Mariah and all these other records. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, so is there a difference between producer and a nigga that makes beats?
Yeah, I mean, producing is seeing kind of the whole record through. At least that's the style of, or I feel like that's the way you can describe it best. But I mean, yeah, it's niggas who they just made a beat and sent it to somebody, and you know, they got a chart topping record. Like I ain't gonna say they didn't produce that record; they made the beat to the record. You know what I'm saying? I feel like as a producer, you know, if you can get your vision off and see it all the way through, yeah. But that's more kind of like the old style of production, because now it's like everything digital. So it's like you might not be able to get in the studio with NBA YoungBoy, but you might send him a beat pack that your A&R played for him, and he cut this one song to it, and now it's on the chart for 92 weeks, and you 100 million. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
For that, and
man.
in U.S., one of the top producers. You know what I mean? But or then you got somebody like Hit Boy, you know what I'm saying, or like myself or Tommy Brown or somebody, and they actually go in the studio, you know, with the artist because they had that relationship, and they're cultivating a sound and seeing everything through and getting different, you know, stuff and added to the record and done to the record. So it's I feel like it's just different kind of styles. You know what I'm saying? Like different positions in that. But I'm not gonna discredit somebody because they made a beat and they didn't have the relationship to get it done, but it still happened for them.
Yo, how do you end up with Dr. Dre?
So Dre actually, yeah, like, again, another relationship that came through the game, right? So, Game hit me one day, and he like, yo, this was like a couple years back, and he like, yo, we gonna pull up on Dre or whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay, bet. Like, damn, what we, you know what I'm saying, working on or whatever. And he was like, yo, he gonna mix the Nipsey record. So I actually didn't produce the Nipsey record. Bongo did, which shout out to Bongo. Bongo just won a Grammy with Jasmine Sullivan. He did a bunch of joints on her album. Bongo's a talented good dude. But Bongo did that record. So we all went to Dre's studio, and Stat Quo, who's a good friend of mine, Stat introduced us or whatever, because Game wasn't there yet. So that was like, it was crazy, you know what I mean? A crazy moment because Dre and my pops got the same birthday. You know what I'm saying? And my
Oh
pops is who
wow.
showed me, yeah, my pops passed, but my pops is who showed me music. You know what I mean? Who like he the reason I make music. So it was kind of like it was a big moment. You know what I mean?
I feel you. And rest in peace to you. My condolences, bro.
Oh yeah, it's all good.
You know, yeah, I was looking at the picture, man. It's like that's every nigga's dream. Like a picture with Drake.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, picture being in the studio, getting a vibe out. You know, just messing around with ideas and stuff. That shit was pretty cool, man. I ain't gonna. I hate to cut you off. I gotta slide up in the studio, man.
Yeah, you got to pay the bills, bro. I understand.
Yeah.
Yo, if there's anything I can possibly do for you, man, please don't hesitate to let me know, bro. I got you.
All right, my guy. Appreciate you, King.
Oh
Great
man,
interview,
appreciate
man.
you.
Thanks
You
for the
know.
love, man.
Oh, come on, man. You earned that and more, man. Enjoy yourself and go make some classics.
All right, my brother. Holla at you
No
soon,
doubt.
man. Peace.
Peace. Yo, and let me make sure I tap in a couple people that tapped in with us the second time. Josh, shout out to you, Pierre Jones. Don't forget to follow me too. Ethan Payero, I'm gonna fuck up names, please. Lit Poppy 2 official, Keanu Long, Dessert Cutie, who am I don't know if that's big something F me, I don't know. It's Nard, IG Kane, Lingo Lando. Anyway, man, y'all already know, man. Shout out to you. And yo, shout out to Big fucking Duke, man. Nigga makes dope ass music. I'm out.